What's up, ladies and gents? Sinistry, one your host, and welcome to Watch Dogs Legion. Thank you to Ubisoft for allowing me to show this off to you guys early and providing the code. This is going to be a full walkthrough of the game. We're going to be playing it on the hard difficulty mode, and we're going to be doing it, obviously, stealthy, with some action, showing off some different characters, and having lots of fun. I'm very excited for this game. I've got to play it a lot over the past few months, and what I've played has been very fun to play, and I can't wait to show it off to you guys. So don't forget to leave a like. Thank you to the members out there for making it possible, as well as the Patreons, to continue to do what I love to do, which is to bring these games to all of you. So with that being said, we're going to go ahead and jump into a campaign, and hopefully you guys enjoy. Again, we're going to be playing this on the hard mode, but we're going to be keeping permadeath off. Permadeath just allows you to be able to, if you create a character, if you find a character in the world and you recruit them, then they die, or if they die in the game, then they die for good. We're going to keep that off for now. You're really not going to see any deaths on my playthrough, but when I get characters, I want to keep them, and I want to enjoy playing with different characters, so I want to show them off. So we're going to keep perma mode death off for now, but we are going to put it up on the hardest difficulty, which is hard. So hopefully you guys enjoy. Again, don't forget to leave a like and a comment. What is your favorite Watch Dogs game in this series? Let me know below. Thanks for watching, and of course, it's go time.
Ah, London. What a town. History around every corner, and a tourist photographing it. Pubs serving up a pint and a smile. All that music, theatre and art. And multiculturalism. And the world's oldest underground, the Tube. The class of cities, really. Top shelf stuff. Only took 12,000 years to build it up, and one night to tear it all down.
What's our status?
Perimeter security's down, but plenty of your flying friends about.
Fucking hell.
Dalton, no time to waste.
Yes, ma'am. I'm in. Any idea what we're up against, Bagley?
If you hadn't brushed off, I might. Ever consider leaving these security threats to the authorities?
That's rich, Bagley. The government would sooner arrest us for trying to help than actually do something useful.
We'll have to sort this one on our own.
Carefully, Dalton.
Bagley, are you detecting a little worry in Sabine's voice?
Brilliant. Asking the computer about feelings. This explains so much.
Shut it, you two, and get to work.
There she is.
First objective is to investigate the threat to Parliament. Of course, we're going to do it nice and stealthy.
That hurt you more than it hurt me.
Do us a favor and keep it quiet, Dalton.
If they don't shoot me, I won't shoot them. How's that?
Now, there's all kinds of arm traps that you can do. We like to be a little hands-on, though.
They've got loads of DedSec gear down here. Now why do you suppose that is?
What? How did they get their hands on it?
I don't know. But someone wants to make it look like DedSec was here.
Shit. You need to proceed with extreme caution, Dalton.
Who are these men in black anyway?
Nothing identifying. I suspect that's by design.
Oh, fuck me. The entire place is rigged to blow.
Jesus, those canisters. Bagley, is that...
RDX nitrogen. Enough to level Parliament.
Can you locate a detonator, Bagley?
Not exactly, but there's a device streaming a fuckload of encrypted data from the floor above you.
Yeah, that fits the bill. On my way. Staged DedSec propaganda all around the bombs. These pricks are going to blow up Parliament and hang it on us.
Not if you get to that detonator first.
So you can distract them early, that way you'll be able to do a takedown on them if they're too far away from you to get a takedown around a corner. So sometimes the enemies will not be close enough to you when you're going around a corner, and therefore you're going to need to distract them first in order to walk up and actually take them out stealthy.
In the House of Commons. Whoever these men in black are, they've got brass bollocks to set up in the centre of government.
So this part you can actually do stealthy, but I don't recommend it. The game is really not meant for you to do this part in a stealthy manner, as it just doesn't fit. If you want to see the stealthy version of this, then you can check out my preview footage, but here we're actually going to be going ahead and fighting all of these guys. As you'll see coming up, that it just makes more sense to do that.
I found the detonator. And it's definitely live. Bagley, I'm gonna need some help with this.
Yes, you are, but sadly I'm locked out.
Fuck. Well, we don't have a chance without Bagley.
Wait, I might know a workaround. We trained in manual overrides at MI5.
You're full of surprises. Be quick about it.
All right, Bagley, do your thing.
I'm in. And the bombs have just armed themselves. Well, that may complicate matters.
Fuck's sake. Can you defuse them or not?
Of course I can, but I might also trip another failsafe and vaporize you, so fair warning.
I expect this to draw some attention your way, Dalton.
Oh, I'm counting on it.
Company at our back door.
Dalton, we've got some heat here at HQ.
How long's this gonna take, Bagley?
Depends how often you interrupt me with questions.
All right, everyone. Faces on, guns out. It's about to get real.
Fuck. They're on me. I'll try and hold them off.
Stay alert! Nothing out of the ordinary here.
Bagley, update.
Let's just say I'm both impressed and annoyed by how sophisticated this anti-tamper security is. Still working.
Bagley, tell me you're close.
I'm through security, now wading through terabytes of decoy code looking for the detonation sequence.
Fucking hell! Where's the backup when you need it? Landed a shot! Suspect hit!
Stop! Who are you? What's happening?
What the fuck?
This is a nightmare!
Cover! I'm taking fire!
That's why we armed that trap. Always want to use the environment when you get a chance to.
appendages now.
This character is not meant to be stealthy, non-lethal, so this is a lethal character, which is why we chose to shoot them. And trust me, it takes so long to do it the other way.
What's wrong?
There are 3 slots on the left. One of them is the receiver. You need to pull the controller wire.
Are you fucking kidding me?
No, I'm fucking not. Pull the wire.
If this gets me blown up...
Bombs defused. See? That wasn't so bad, was it?
Bagley, you bastard. You nearly gave me a bloody heart attack then. Whoa. What the fuck am I looking at?
It appears Parliament is not the only target. More bombs are going live as we speak.
On screen, Bagley.
Now we need to get the word out. Those sites need to be evacuated.
They're spread out all over London. There isn't any time.
But my sister's at the Tone Conference. We have to do something.
I picked up a transmitter on the roof that is sending out a signal to the other bomb sites. If you can reach it...
I can shut it all down. Sabine!
Fuck! Dalton, we're breached! Go! The roof!
Sabine, what's going on?
We're being raided. It's a bloodbath. Our protocol is to wipe everything, including Bagley.
I need him for the transmitter.
I know, but if they get him, they get everything. Names, ops, locations.
Okay, I'll do it the old-fashioned way. Wipe him.
Yes, wipe me.
Do it, Sabine, and get the hell out of there.
Fuck. Okay, Bagley's down. You're on your own. Dalton, if this goes...
It won't. I'll see you at the rally point. I promise.
Good luck.
Anybody still there? Taking fire! Right there, run a search. Not fucking.
Almost got killed at the very beginning because of someone right next to me. I didn't even realize that until it was almost too late.
Where are you? Okay. you.
Oh, you still think you're here to save London? I'm afraid that's not going to happen. You're here to help us with some important work.
Important work? Killing thousands of...
Exactly. To save the world. You do know Londoners have died before, hmm? The Plague, the Great Fire, the Blitz. It's not much fun. But destruction is always the cure. And it begins today. 0 day. It's time for a hard reset.
Oh my God.
Explosions devastated 3 sites in London. Authorities are asking residents to remain in their homes as the situation continues to develop. We have received no official casualty total, but it is expected.
Mourners gathered for a series of candlelight vigils that brought closure to thousands of families and indeed to an entire city. London is now laser-focused.
Press conference today at 10 Downing Street, where Nigel Cass, CEO of private military company Albion, received a mandate to secure London. Cass has vowed to hunt down DedSec. Terrorist responses Albion used cutting-edge artificial intelligence systems and autonomous drones to capture the remaining members of DedSec. A stark warning to would-be insurgents.
Corporations are posting record profits due to increased efficiencies in production and distribution, enabled by the use of technologies initially developed and approved for security purposes.
Cleanup as crime numbers take a dive. Illegal gambling, drug trafficking and prostitution all down following prosecutions of the leaders of 4 of London's 5 largest criminal syndicates. The streets of Camden and Brixton.
Blinding Londoners, as Albion's mandate is extended indefinitely by the government, life finally begins to return to normal. Curfews and travel restrictions have been lifted in all boroughs thanks to the deployment.
News outlets, reports of rioting in Trafalgar Square have been greatly exaggerated, possibly by foreign meddlers pushing a false narrative through social media. Albion is in complete control of a few
reprimand the public about the circulation of fake news, conspiracy theories persisting in dark corners of the internet that terrorist group DedSec were framed for the bombings have been roundly rejected. Our own reporters could not find a single Londoner willing to expound those theories on camera. The facts simply support any other story.
I need to assemble a team, but I can't reboot DedSec alone. Let me break into London CTOS and see who's available.
I'm Claire Waters, and we've been discussing the hacktivist, now alleged terrorist group, DedSec, on this week's Buccaneer Radio. I have Colin calling in. Colin, what's your take?
Now, I've been saying from the start we should have rounded up DedSec and thrown them in jail. Now, I'll say they should all be lined up and shot.
You don't find it awfully convenient that they've been fingered as the attackers, but we've seen no proof?
Look at Tone! Look at our city! What more proof do you need?
Well, Colin, I'd say you have to look at their history of non-violent action. Albion's put more civilians in the hospital in the past few months than DedSec ever has. I smell a scapegoat. Now I have Emily calling in. Emily, what's your take?
You're absolutely right, Claire. The government's just framing DedSec because they want to make it seem like they have this under control. They probably have no clue who was behind the bombings. But that doesn't look good on the news, does it? DedSec's been a thorn in their side. Who better to pin it on?
Angie, I have you next. What do you make of all this?
I think, if anything, DedSec showed their true colors. It's terrifying to think we harbored such a dangerous element for years. Terrorists in our own backyard.
Do you find DedSec more frightening than the different gangs in London, like Clan Kelly?
Clan Kelly might set your shop on fire and maybe they'd kill you, but even they wouldn't try to blow up all of Parliament.
Next I have Crypto King. you feel safer using a pseudonym?
Everyone should. Why make it easier for them to track you? And now we've seen what they're capable of and how far they're willing to go.
Hold on. Do you mean the government? Are you suggesting the government was responsible for the bombings?
Oh, trust me, Claire. They didn't do it alone. They're all in on it. The government, Albion, Sirs, Bloom, Sky Bloody Larson, and all the way up to Downing Street.
Shit. Situation is worse than I thought. But there's a candidate. Looks like you're DedSec's best hope.
All right, so this is, I guess we get to select our first operative. So this is where the gameplay really, really shines in the fact that you can choose different attributes and have different characters for different situations or different missions. So you never want to, say, go in with the same character in every single mission. You probably could do it, but then you're not playing the game the way that the game will truly, truly shine. But you at least still have the option of doing that if that's what you want. This is an athlete, physically fit, meaning they take less damage. Then we have a counterfeiter, the musicians, who creates fake coupons, who get a clothing discount. An investor, hairstylist. He's got a drone, so there is that's a very, very good one to have. If you don't want to actually go in yourself, you can use a drone. Kitchen helper. I'm looking for someone a little bit more stealthy, I guess. But I don't really see anyone that is stealth-oriented, so we got light melee weapon, heavy melee weapon, fast downloads, as a personal motorcycle, talent agent, IT specialist. I think I'm gonna go with this guy. He's got short hack cooldowns. The fast hacker. Alright, so here we go. I don't want to make sure I get copyrighted with that music playing right there, so hopefully it won't be too bad. I don't normally talk during cutscenes, but when I hear music like that, I'm going to make sure that I actually speak louder than the game itself. That way we don't have to worry about music and all that kind of stuff, since it's obviously playing pretty loud, and hopefully we're going to be okay.
If you're still committed to the cause, DedSec needs you. I'll send you the coordinates to our last safe house. Meet me there.
Fine. I'm going to go ahead and take this car. But, yeah, so you can actually pretty much do a lot of fast travel, but in order to do that, you're going to have to unlock those specific areas. This is London, so if I get a little confused from time to time driving around on the wrong side of the road, I do apologize. This is a one-way street that I'm going down, clearly. But let's go ahead and open up the map real quick. That way we can set a waypoint. It doesn't automatically give you the waypoint, so you need to do it yourself. And this, as you can tell, it's telling us to go backwards because we're going the wrong way in the street. Driving is definitely more arcade-like, as you'll be able to turn fairly easy, and driving, pretty much nothing is going to stop you midway. You'll be able to destroy it, like the light posts and stuff like that. Nothing is realistic in that sense. It also has an auto drive.
Auto drive now enabled.
So if you just hit A during your whatever while you're driving, then you can have the game itself drive you to your location, which is something that if you want to take a look at the game and the beauty of the world, then this is something that you're probably going to want to use a lot. Most Ubisoft titles actually have this feature, like in Assassin's Creed, where you can get to whatever waypoint you set just by, you know, following the road or the marker itself. But of course that's going to take a lot
now
longer.
Disabled.
Because you'll follow the rules.
I've downloaded a patch to your optics so you can access our security system. It's set up so that I can't just let someone who isn't DedSec in. You will have to do the manual override.
Smart move having redundant systems like that. Can't trust anyone, right?
Here's your first test of using this, the way that the system works. It's not too difficult, but it can be. Some of them can actually take quite a long time to figure out. So.
One of Sabine's, are you? I'll see you downstairs later then.
This is what you wanted, mate. Get to it. Sabine! Right, where's the fucking light switch?
No DedSec registration detected. Identify yourself, or I'll seal the exits, hack your optic, and read you every drunken email you ever wrote until you starve.
Whoa! Whoa! It's all right. I'm supposed to be here. Authorization code Sabine sent me?
Sabine's alive? Well, that's one piece of good news. I'm Bagley, DedSec's definitely not stolen, highly advanced AI assistant, and it seems I've been out of commission for a few months. Anyway, why don't you go connect me to the DedSec network so I can become more powerful than you could possibly imagine? I mean, catch up on what I missed.
I like the little Star Wars reference here. The only thing I think that sucks here is that you cannot, you can't run.
Huh, look at it.
You guys could read that.
This.
Now, as I said before, for the most part, we're going to stay as stealthy as possible throughout the entire walkthrough.
Hello and welcome back to The Upload. In this episode, we're talking about CTOS 3.0, the city operating system that's now powering all of London. For those of you who need reminding, as if anyone does at this point, CTOS was first used in Chicago in 2014 and then San Francisco in 2017 before coming here to London. And every time it's been rolled out, it's been pretty much an unmitigated disaster.
For those of you who are listening who are lucky enough not to be here in London's chaotic scenes, it's worth remembering that the telecoms tower is now owned by Bloom. The tower looms over northwest London. It's always been a communications hub, acting as part of the UK's television and communications network, although there's been some secrecy around its use, and now that Bloom owns it, it's only even more secret.
Yeah, now everything that's part of Bloom's city surveillance operation is run through the telecoms tower. And I have to say, it looks completely ridiculous. It's got that silly crown thing at the top and all the blue light.
What's that even about? What does it do? I don't see that there's any purpose to that at all.
It's a blight on the skyline, if you ask me. And it's become the main point of control for millions of people. The system network and Bagley are both operated and streamed from there too.
And don't forget about the self-driving cars too.
I always thought they were just running on their own.
No, CTOS is the big control system behind the cars. There was a point back in the earliest days of self-driving car technology that they operated by themselves. They used to use a series of sensors to see the world around them. Radar, for instance, would look far off into the distance, while LiDAR would detect objects nearby. And while these cars still use some of this technology, Bloom's CTOS and its detailed maps and data that it has on London really makes Bloom be able to take control of it. And CTOS can take control of your car if you're parked incorrectly. It's no surprise that it was made mandatory to have a self-driving car.
The system is so bad though, it's so annoying. Whenever I try to use one of the shareable self-driving cars, I always find myself stuck in traffic jams or roadblocks. Not to mention the accidents. I've heard so many stories of cars shunting into the back of others. I think they're worse than human drivers sometimes.
The technology was meant to make things better, but Bloom has made it so bad that it just makes London even more chaotic than it was before. I'm giving up on the cars. I'm only using the bikes, which are not self-driving at the moment, at least. And don't even get me started on the data. Everything that Bloom sees from your movements around the city and the self-driving cars is collected and feeds back into its big information control system.
Oh, not you and Bloom and privacy again. You're a broken record.
Not as broken as our city's cars.
So most of the time I'm not going to have you, listen to all of the video or audio diaries. But that one seemed like it was important to kind of get a gist of what's going on in the world itself.
Ah, that's it. I'm reconnected to the network, downloading our database, news archives, and oh no. Terrorist group DedSec responsible for deadly bombings in London. Dalton Wolf dead? I leave you people alone for a second and you immediately cock it all up.
Sounds like a proper conspiracy, Bagley. Who was really behind the bombings then?
There's a gap in my memory after Dalton, well, let's be honest, after I disarmed the bomb at Parliament. I'm missing information about what happened after I was taken offline. But from what I can infer, an unknown hacker group identified only as Zero Day was involved. I believe this 0 Day staged the attacks and framed DedSec for their dirty work. Come to my terminal. Sabine is requesting a video call. Patching in Sabine Brandt now. I suggest you listen very closely to anything she has to say.
There you are. I'm glad you made it. Bagley, God, it's good to hear your demented little voice. Is your memory intact?
Not even slightly. The last record I have is of our HQ being raided. My only lead is a group known as 0 Day. Ring any bells?
No. But the HQ was attacked by some men in black, the same that were at Parliament. Maybe working together. We didn't stand a chance. They just gunned everyone down.
Fuck, that's mental. You were lucky to get out alive.
I managed to escape through the sewers to Camden. A contact smuggled me out of the city, and I've been hiding out in the north since.
Prudent. Your profile is red flagged as a high-priority target in the city's surveillance system. Even a partial recognition hit would have you hunted down and shot on sight.
Yeah, about that. I'm guessing that if I join up, that kind of attention extends to me, right? Christ, Sabine, it's fucking risky.
Listen, if anyone knows anything about risks, it's me. I lost everything and everyone. But it comes down to this. London is in a death spiral. And if DedSec can't pull it out, trust me, no one can. The city needs a resistance. And it starts with you. What do you say?
I say I'm here, so what the hell? Let's get to it.
Excellent. New user registered. Welcome to DedSec. Now, it would be irresponsible of us to release you naked and mewling into the wild. You'll find equipment around the safe house that are essential items in your DedSec kit.
Tech points. So tech points can be found throughout London. Use them to purchase tech upgrades, gadgets and weapons. Purchase tech in the text menu to upgrade gadgets, weapons, and hacks. And equipment tech to change an operative's weapon or gadget. Use the edit function in the team menu. Purchase tech available to all operatives. Now, So you saw me obviously kill a lot of soldiers at the very beginning of the game, but for most of the game, our objective is going to be to not kill, because that is kind of what this channel is all about. It's all about stealth, and it's all about non-lethal types of stealth. So we're going to be using the non-lethal types of weapons for the most part. I'm sure there's probably going to be there's definitely going to be some killing, running people over with vehicles and things like that, which is a little harder to avoid when you're, driving really fast. But I just wanted to get you a gist of what you're about to see. All right, so first things first is we can upgrade or unlock the Infiltrator Spider Bot, which is a stealth-based spider bot capable of performing non-lethal takedowns. So this is a good one to have as well as the AR Cloak. I'm going to go with the Cloak first off because I want to stealth myself. And this is going to be upgrades for every single person that you have. This is not based off of individual. It is an upgrade that can be applied to whoever it is that you pick. So we've got that one first. Data and, of course, missions. Our first mission is to restart DedSec. This is what we're doing right now. Team menu and edit operative loadouts. All right, so we go to the team menu here. As you can see, his only ability is fast hacking. And we can go ahead and edit that. And he's going to have a non-lethal LTL 68P, which uses shock ammo. It's not a type of ammo that is fast, so this specific sidearm is one that will be a little bit slower, but there are other weapons that you can actually have a non-lethal grenade launcher, a non-lethal assault rifle, all of that, machine gun, all of those kinds of things. You can pretty much have exactly what you would have on the lethal side on the non-lethal side, which a lot of games don't do. A lot of games don't give you a non-lethal submachine gun, so I think that's pretty cool. Also, to note that you can add different skins, which will cost you points that you can get by using your upgrade points that you get throughout the world. And of course, we can apply our gadget, which is the Cloak.
We have a sophisticated system for hiding your identity from facial recognition tech. It's called a mask. And while we're here, perhaps we can talk about updating your wardrobe. I mean, look at you. Come on.
Now, there's also many different stores that you can get new equipment, new gear, and whatnot. But if you're going to be stealthy, you need to cover your face up. So first thing that we're going to choose is... Let's see, we've got face wear. So you got masks, which definitely applies to today's society. And you have the masks that are already currently in your wardrobe. Now, unfortunately, as you can see, it doesn't really make sense unless you could say that there's technology inside that allows the viewer to see what's on the outside. Otherwise, none of these really make a lot of sense. That one does because it has holes in it, but I don't really see any holes for this one. But we'll choose it because I think it's, well, between this one and that one. Actually, we're going to go with this one. I kind of actually like the look of our character right now.
You've got all these fancy new toys, but it's also important to know the basics. You need to learn how to throw a punch and how to take one. Albion will escalate if you come at them with a gun and shoot you down. We want to avoid collateral damage. In DedSec, we try to use guns only as a last resort.
Have you already met Connie Robinson? She owns the pub and is an old DedSec contact, not to mention a champion amateur boxer. Go to the practice ring and she'll show you how to stop flinching when someone cocks a punch at you.
Now, we are going to be doing some of the side content, which is, of course, the Fight Club, but, of course, we won't be talking about Fight Club.
Let's start with some basic strikes. Hit me. Don't be shy. You'll want to get in under my block. Find the weak point. couldn't have done that better myself. Just like that. Quick on your feet now. You want to create distance. You're getting it. You're getting it.
The timing window is a lot tougher on hard mode, so just to let you guys know. Gotta be careful. I'll do my best to edit out all the load screens, but there are quite a few, at least in these beginning chapters, so I might accidentally leave some still in there. These are currently all of the DedSec operatives that we have available to us. You can take photos, you can change different scenes. Pretty cool. Do all different types of options, color filters, adjustments, effects, depth of field. All right, so we're going to go ahead and get out of here.
I'm done.
I think the biggest challenge for me is going to have to get used to the fact that I got to drive on the left side of the road. When I was stationed in Afghanistan, I was driving, and driving on the left side of the road was just the weirdest thing. Just got to be at the right angle to get it. Okay, maybe that's a bug that they need to fix, that you can only... Wow, you can only get it at certain angles. I'm trying to... smashing the Y button right now. There, oh, well, I saw it there for a second. There. Wow, you have to literally stand right... Wow. There it goes. There it is.
Coming up in today's episode of The Upload, we're talking about how Bagley managed to conquer London. Pretty much my favorite topic. I could talk for hours about the rise of the AI system. It's easy to forget about its origins. It's so present everywhere we go now. Bagley just kind of blends into the background.
Bagley is the service AI that's...
So, I went down the transcript so you guys can actually pause that at any time to go ahead and listen to it.
Come on, mate. Take it easy. So, which evil cabal are we taking on first?
Make no mistake, London is under occupation. Armed mercenaries patrol our streets, allegedly to keep people safe, but really they're keeping the people scared.
You mean Albion? Yeah, they definitely got that fascist thing going for them. Convince the people they're some kind of saviours, right?
So, we have to ignite the will to resist in the people of London by showing them that Albion aren't the solution. They're the problem.
For that, we'll need information. I'm pushing 2 sets of coordinates to your optic.
Cheers, Bagley. I've identified 2 opportunities. 1, we're going to disrupt some Albion propaganda. Remind the people it's not Albion's way or the highway. 2, we need intel about Albion operations if we want to throw a spanner in their plans. You game?
Sabine, we're gonna wake up this city.
Brilliant. Let's get the people of London on board.
Acquire Albion operation data and disrupt Albion propaganda. Now, just like with any game, everything is available to you. You need a vehicle, steal it.
To see how much havoc we can cause today. I promise it'll be fun.
All right, I'll give it my best.
All right, here we are. We are in a restricted area. You guys know how restricted areas work. We need to scout. We need to be stealthy. We can do that by clicking in the right thumbstick and check out the lay of the land. You can see that there is a box right here. Let's check the objective where that is. And if you hold down L, it'll reveal the location of that to be able to get into this room, which is going to be exactly where I just showed you. Right there. So we got a few enemies. Now, we're going to click on them. Assaulted by operative will bow. Let's see. Albion locations tells you exactly who he is. And we're going to sneak inside. We just need to be careful. Again, we're always going to be trying to be the stealthiest that we can in every situation that we encounter.
Is this thing broken? Bagley, what have we got?
A list of what Albion consider high-value targets that are threats to the peaceful running of London. See here, a journalist, and this one runs a community shelter. Good God, bar your doors.
What the fuck?
All suspected of sowing rebellion or exhibiting tendencies towards Albion is systematically arresting people even before they rise up. Joke's on them. This list can actually help us find like-minded allies willing to help us. Well done. Now, let's disrupt some of Albion's propaganda and give some hope to the people.
Great spot for some artistic rebellion.
So these are like little propaganda things that you can do.
What's the point of risking your neck out there if you don't get any credit for it? Paste-ups let the people of London know that DedSec is back, and the increased visibility might even encourage some of them to donate to the cause.
Doing a little positive propaganda.
Now, I don't think you can drop down from here. I think it probably would be a death, but as you can see there, I don't know, I'm gonna try it. Alright, we're alright. But this is another way up. As you can see, you can manipulate this to actually go up. So if you even wanted a more stealthier approach, instead of going through the side, that's why you always want to survey the area. You can hijack this, have it go up, and then you can make your way in there. But then you still have to go down to do the to be able to actually get into that room, of course. So we're going to set our waypoint for the next one. Take a vehicle and we will see you there. You'll notice that most vehicles actually do not have any drivers in them, which makes it a lot easier to steal and you don't have to worry about people. You'll be okay. Alright, so we've placed ourselves right outside of the objective, and we need to find a way up there. So we're going to come back over here. And we need to get pretty much up there, but the game has provided an area for us to do that, which is right here. So we're going to make it go up, and then we should be able to go all the way up. Again, you can see how the game uses all of the techs and gadgets for pretty much everything that you do. Looks like we got a tech point. Looks like we got a camera up ahead, so we want to be careful. All right.
Yes, nicely done. That'll get people's attention. Let them know someone is standing up to Albion. Light the spark that they can stand up to.
If nothing else, it'll relieve their eye strain.
What now?
We're already seeing results from what you've done. That list we found named a journalist in Camden who's been investigating Albion. We reached out and he's got information that can help us. I think you should meet with him.
Send me the coordinates.
Now I will tell you guys all the missions in each video, and I'll have them tagged and time-stamped. That way you can go to whatever specific mission you'd like to see. But for the most part, I will try to do my best to skip out the areas where we're just driving from one location to another. I do want to show off the world, because the world is great. It's full of people, lots of activities to do. But I also want to make it an enjoyable experience for you all as well. So sometimes we'll be showing driving from one location to another, but most of the time we will just go ahead and skip that so you can get right down to the action. But here, as you can see, we wasn't that far away, so I decided to go ahead and show this off so I can explain to you kind of what's going on here. Meet with the DedSec informant. Now, what that means is it's another one of those tech points. You see those big green things right there?
Seriously, no, hold on. Sure. Yeah, I guess. No, listen. Just breathe, all right? Do you need some help? What's up? You're the crew that's been sticking it to Albion? Can't believe someone else is. Thought I was alone, right? Not doing much, just putting the word out. But you? Taking action, mate. What else can we do? I'm not going to sit and watch while this city burns. Albion's got to go, but they're not leaving without a good arse kicking. What's your intel, then? Almost got clip finding this. All of Albion's operational data for the entire city. Convoy routes, surveillance targets, assets. It's all there. Thinking you can make good use of that. That's the goddamn truth. Here's a sample. Albion's closed King's Cross to the public, right? But what people don't know is that they're using it as their logistics centre. Materials, troops, whatever. A lot of it runs through there. You want to give the people a huge boost? Hit that place. Put it out of commission, and you'll severely hamstring Albion's operations here in Camden. Hell, everywhere. That's the plan, then. Right. No. Okay. Huh?
Guess I don't need to reach that far, huh?
Albion's operational plans are just what we needed to really get some traction. We'll have to take a close look at this. Now, how do we take King's Cross offline?
Albion's housed a massive hybrid-powered generator in there. Output must be immense. You cause a power surge in that beast and boom. Yeah? And how do you know this, mate? That's not the kind of intel you can find online. It cost me a news drone. Okay, maybe 3, but it's worth it if this comes off, right? Getting to that generator ain't gonna be easy. They've locked it up tighter since I last saw. What do I do? My news drones are still in here. They should be functional. You can use one of them. Probably have better luck piloting it too, yeah?
Well, causing a power surge in a hybrid-powered generator isn't like making a toasty. We're going to need detailed specifications.
We need to dig into this. Are you seeing this? Cool, looks bloody complicated. Newsy's got a pretty functional camera. Would a picture do you, Bagley?
It would indeed. According to this, there's an override code that'll get us into the generator's system.
I'm going to try to remain stealthy here by staying out of the way of any of the drones.
That's it. Use the code on the generator and I can trigger a power surge.
It should be enough to take King's Cross offline. And the rail system too.
Here we go.
We got a gold mine of information out of St. Pancras. Albion convoys, informants, gear, you name it. Everything we need to ignite the people of London, like we did in Camden. Derail Albion's operations and give the people a reason to rise up, borough by borough. The more we do that, the more we'll get allies flocking to the cause. We'll show London that DedSec is here for them.